Yo, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Expert Legion here, and I am going to talk about the Searchlight Encounter that you will encounter while you're playing Pressure. Now, I'm going to talk about the halfway encounter that you're going to get into the Searchlight, and I'm going to talk about the ending towards the Searchlight Encounter at the end. If you have not done the final part for Pressure, you don't have to watch the second part, okay? This is only for the people that are watching on the second part. But I'll put a time codes in there so you guys can just go back and forth on whichever you need. Okay. But I'm going to talk about the halfway encounter that you're going to reach towards Searchlight, which is somewhere around door 70 and such. So very simple through, as you can see on screen. I'm going to play a clip that I was playing with my friends, of course. This is the day one Pressure video that I was recording, so be warned if there's any changes towards the future. You could say I'm not responsible for any of that, but I meant like any future updates that come, I'll update the video. But for now, this is what is kind of still is, but they did some changes. But let's focus on the main point here. So the encounter for Searchlight on this part is very simple. Based on how many players are alive in this encounter is how many generators you have to fix. So one player is already 5 generators that you have to fix, if I remember correctly. And then it goes up to like 9 if there's 2, and then so on and so on. So the numbers is based on how many players are alive. If you're playing solo, you don't have to worry much about, because there's only 5 generators you have to fix. Now, of course, on screen, of course, when you're playing at the current versions of the game, there is a counter for how much generators you have fixed and how many you need to fix. But in the older versions, as you can see, I'm playing on screen right now, there's not that. So just like I said, there's going to be a counter, so you don't have to worry much about it. So Searchlight, as you can see, that orange thing is circling around. Okay, you're gonna have to make sure you don't want to touch the light. If you touch the light, you die. Not die instantly, but eventually, when I believe there's a counter for like 3, 2, 1, and then it hooks you, and then you die. So yeah, try not to be its meal. Okay. But your objective is just to circle around and fix however many generators you need to fix. Okay. And then you make sure to hide out of sight. You can hide in crates, you can hide under items, under boxes, you can hide anywhere that is a good spot, even to the side. Like if there's like a gigantic shelves, you can hide to the side, keep you safe from there. That's not, but basically just stay out of sight. Don't let Searchlight seize you. There's also lockers you can hide in. But generally, I wouldn't recommend you using lockers unless it's really an emergency. The fact that I don't know, you can get the fear, the anxiety bar thingy. You know, while you stay in the locker for a long period of time, you get kicked out. So that's why I say it's very emergency if you have to use lockers. But most of the time, you can hide under containers or crates or boxes. But once you fix all of that and you maneuver through and try not to get killed by Searchlight, the final door will open. And all you have to do is just run across the field and get into the door. Very simple. And that's all it is for that encounter. Now, to move on, I would say the most annoying encounter, and forewarn, if you have not played the end yet, I wouldn't recommend you watching this. Okay? This is for players that have reached this point and died. So second part is the HQ requires you to run down and fix some cables. Now, this is based on how many players you have as well. Just like the previous encounter is based on how many players you have. That means that it will calculate how much cables you need to fix. You're playing solo, it's not that much. It's not really a problem. You got more players, it may prompt up as a problem, but you'll get through it. But you're gonna be going under the water. Okay. Searchlight has made its reappearance again. Your objective is to fix a cable. And you'll be like, oh, what cable? Well, I mean, like I said, yeah, you already know, of course, because you died already. That's why you're here. But there are cables on the floor. Yeah, you can see them. You can fix them. Searchlight will go on its typical pathfinding. You figure out as you play more. You can understand the Searchlight's pathfinding in this zone. So when you reach a certain amount of cable fixes, a second Searchlight spawns. Oh my god, a second Searchlight, you say? Yes. So based on how many cables you fix, and progressively, there will be a total of 3 Searchlights at the end. Yes, 3 Searchlights in one area. You telling me that we have to deal with 3 Searchlights? I would have quit the game. But yeah, these things are really annoying because of their lights. But I believe you can get through it. Yeah, so your objective is to fix cable. Don't get caught by Searchlights. Okay, you can maneuver any way you want since this is underwater. Once you finish, you need to head to a yellow point, which I am going to put on screen right now. You see that? That yellow light will shine up on the sky. You will see it. And you have to head down there. There will be a lever that you need to flip. I didn't flip it here, but my friend did. She went down there, and that will activate that cannon right there, as you see on screen. Pretty cool, right? That cannon is basically the self-defense against these Searchlights, although they don't actually shoot these ones on the one that we're encountering right now. But once you flick on the switch down there, you swim back up to the way you came from, which is the next scary part, because halfway through, this Searchlight right here will appear and will lock down that path. Now, this shouldn't be too hard. It was actually hard. I'm sorry. You have to time the Searchlight's surveillance camera, I guess. You have to time it correctly. You don't time it correctly, you get into the light, you die. There is different ways you can do this. You can YOLO it. You can swim all the way through. Okay, swim all the way through. You can do that, but that's a high risk. Okay. Or you can swim under the submarine that is broken in half as I'm swimming towards it, as you guys can see on the screen right now. Like right there, yeah. That's where the lights are. You can swim in there, that's also a safe spot, and then wait until everything is clear, and then you can continue moving through. Not too shabby, take your time, there's no timer, remember that. If you're playing solo, then just do this. If you're playing with multiplayer, you just need one player coming through the area, and then the rest will get teleported right behind you. And then once you go back to the way you came from, yada yada yada, there's gotta be a little nice cutscene here. Trench bleeder, squash one of the Searchlights that was gonna get us, which is really good. Once you've done that, just come back to the way you came from, get into the gates, lock it up, and that is it for your last encounter on pressure. If you guys find this helpful, please hit that like button. If you're new around here, please hit that subscribe button as well. I really appreciate you guys' support. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.